As college seniors look at their May graduations fast approaching, is procurement on the list? It should be. If you ask most people in procurement leadership about their path to the industry, you'll hear I fell into it more often than not. I personally came into procurement towards the end of my time in government when an opportunity to run a specialized procurement group came up after stints on the technology side of government. But the realization that many people have had in the last couple of years about how critical procurement has been on COVID response, supply chain planning, and social factors like sustainability and diversity should raise the prospect of people intentionally going towards public procurement as a career destination. Even if you don't have a degree in supply chain, and by the way, if you do, congrats, you can find a home in procurement. And when you're there, you'll find a job that really can tap into the way that government delivers services. I had a chance to do some rapid talks with 3 luminaries in public procurement who all are associated with the 3 most impactful organizations in public procurement today, which are the National Institute for Governmental Purchasing, the National Association of State Procurement Officers, and the National Association of Education Procurement. The people I talked to were Carrie Mathis, who's with Orange County in Florida. She's the chair-elect of the NIGP Governing Board. Aaron Carter with the University of Illinois, and he is the NAEP treasurer, and Jamie Shore with the state of Maine, who's the NASPO president-elect. So now you'll hear some of their quick takes on why college students should consider a career in public procurement, and I encourage you to come and look at the post on LinkedIn and chime in with any of your thoughts on why college seniors should consider a career in procurement, and add your thoughts and tell them to have it on the list.
So what we've learned when we intake, let's say, interns into our office, or when we go to outreach opportunities like at the local universities, what we've come to realize that really resonates with college folks is that they have a strong sense of community. They seek opportunities to have a positive impact on the local communities. And that's really the whole reason you get into public service. And so when we participate, we share with them how a career in public procurement can connect them with a role that helps support their communities in a myriad of ways. And so we go into some examples that people just simply aren't aware of. These things, I think, are taken for granted that they're happening out in the communities, but nobody really puts any thought to how they actually get into place. And so local governments are responsible to develop and make sure that we're contracting for all of those services, and it goes through procurement. We are the liaison to those folks that can offer these type of services that are having a direct impact on the community. I don't know that people generally would think about, oh, somebody did that. Somebody had to work on this to make this happen. They don't just pop up organically. So we try to make connections with them that we feel like might help show how a career in public procurement can be impactful at the local community level. But your local NIGP chapters are the ones that are trying to bridge that gap and get out to the colleges, to the universities, and let them know there's a career in public procurement that will support your business administration or public administration, political science careers that are degrees that you're getting. And you can have a meaningful impact. And so I think that's where we have to make sure that we're hitting on that for them. There are a lot of chapters in NIGP that offer student membership. And we have to have a new batch of folks that are coming in and want to get engaged in public procurement. And we've had success stories where we've had people come in as student members of the chapter. They got an internship with the city of Orlando. They ended up getting hired. They've become certified procurement professionals. They've moved around to other entities and kind of have upward mobility now. And it's all because they took a chance on a student membership at a local chapter of NIGP. There also are paid ones too. So they're not necessarily all just volunteer internships. Many of these agencies now are really looking at those interns as their succession plan to get people in the pipeline.
It's kind of this hidden gem, if you will, of a profession, and everything that's needed, businesses, services, commodities, in terms of everything that's needed to be successful. We're part of that solution. As you look in organizations, and you've talked to some really great ones, NAEP is another great example. They do a lot of work to put our profession in the spotlight at universities across the country in terms of what we can bring to the table. I think as we talk about the recent college grads, something that we've tried to make a focus on as we talk about our institutions and the ones here in Illinois, but not only that, but nationally, is to reach out to those individuals and to find somebody that's coming out of college, not really sure what they want to do, that are interested in higher ed, and then make an appealing case to join our profession and to be part of the success of the institutions. And I think our profession in general is going to be such an impactful part of any organization moving forward. We can really turn this into an exciting career. And I think we have this tendency these days, because of budgetary pressures and the other things we spoke about, to say it's always a challenge, but there's some really exciting wins that can come with those things in terms of building upon the institution. So but lots of opportunity there. I think that we just need to, as a whole, need to do better of attracting talent, especially young talent. I know I've been a part of some internships that are funded outside of our professional organizations that allow soon to be graduating university students to come in and gain some internship experience, some paid internship experiences within our offices. That's been really successful, right? I think that people find that it's interesting and they like the work. So I want to see some more of that. And I think that's something that we're going to continue to look at going forward and hopefully put our best foot forward and attract that talent that we need.
Serving the public and your community has a huge benefit to itself. It's an opportunity to get into a career, certainly that serves the greater good. We genuinely make an impact every single day, and we have a lasting impact on people's lives. That's a really cool feeling. And procurement is not just procurement anymore. When you enter the procurement field, you are touching everything, whether it's construction, technology, PPE, and responding to a worldwide pandemic, whether you're buying ammunition, it could be you're buying for a lab. I think the concept of the word procurement is much more than transactions and buying stuff. It's a whole world. Engineering degrees are welcome, IT degrees, business degrees. It could be an art degree. It's a melting pot for various degrees. And how do students even start out looking for a job opportunity? How do you land into the procurement world? So NASPO has an amazing free student membership. If you are an active student, you should go to naspo.org and sign up for their free student membership. That gives you an opportunity to start networking with chief procurement officials and their staff throughout the country. You can ask questions in their community board and start understanding what jobs are available, connect with all of the state members, see if your state procurement office is participating in a career fair at your school. Here's the coolest part. There is a state procurement office in every state. So no matter where you are, you're going to find a state government procurement office. There's federal procurement offices. And as a student, you may not realize this, but your university has a procurement office. There is a chief procurement officer at your school that you can go ask questions to. NASPO posts full-time positions through the Procurement Job Center. And then we have a student page of resources. There is internships available. And I truly cannot express this enough. I've never heard a chief procurement officer turn down talking about procurement. So if you just want to have a 20, 30-minute conversation about what we do every day so you can figure out if it works for you, shoot me an email. I'll be your first one, jamie.c.shore@maine.gov. You can reach out to any chief procurement officer. We're listed on the NASPO website, and we'd be happy to connect with folks.
Hi, it's Dustin Lanier. Thanks for listening. Please find me on LinkedIn for original public sector operations content every week. And please reach out to me if I and my team of procurement professionals at Civic Initiatives can help you be a public procurement change agent.